Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Dissociative identity disorder, formerly known as multiple personality disorder. Brendan, people of our age probably first saw this in the movie Sybil.
Yes, Sally Field.
Split personalities is what we would call it. This happens when a person goes through some horrendous abuse and they switch to other identities to manage the abuse so that they can survive the experience. Maggie Walters has shared her incredible story of living with this disorder in a new book called Split, and she joins us now. Hello, Maggie.
Good morning.
Hey, Maggie.
Hey, how you doing?
Very well.
Maggie, how many personalities, if that's what we call them, did you have?
Yeah.
How did it manifest for you?
So I've probably got close to 40. A lot of people that I'm aware of have more than that, but I've had about 40, and they don't manifest anymore. I'm what's called high functioning, and what that means is that unless I get severely triggered, they don't come out. I don't flip. It was when I was a child that they basically were developed by my system administrator, and her name was Annie, in order to manage our system so that everybody could stay safe.
And I was reading
When
you
you say you're-
went through some terrible abuse when you were young. And this
Yeah.
So can you be triggered just like this interview, for example? Could something, I don't want to trigger you with anything.
Yeah, no, look, I'm dissociative. That's the beauty of it. You know, I'm so I naturally. I actually have an alter who really sees talking about this stuff. She doesn't have any trauma associated with her. She sees talking and sharing this message, trying to, to normalize and change the narrative around mental health as being very healing for all of us, which is really great. So that helps a lot. So I don't tend to get triggered.
You said that the characters inside you, the other personalities, for want of a better of a word, they were the girls, and each one would come out at a different time and dealt differently with the abuse.
Yes. Yeah, so it's, they were, some of them, they knew exactly what their jobs were. In the book, I talk about how, they got ready. They knew what sort of abuse was getting ready to happen, so different alters were created for different things. And a lot of them have stayed children and very small, so they're kind of stuck in a loop where the abuse is all they know and it's all they're aware of. Even while it's not happening, that's their whole world and that's all they can think about.
And so you're conscious of this happening. So something bad happens. And then, do you get all the girls together and say, okay, let's have a meeting. Who's going to deal with this?
Look, I wish we were that functional. I like to say that my alters, we have a dysfunctional family. Some of them I get along with, some of them I don't. They often are happy to tell me when I am not dealing with the world in the way that they would like for me to deal with it. Some of them are not really happy about me trying to increase the visibility of complex mental trauma and trying to, change the way the world sees it. And it's causing me a few internal problems. We're just a dysfunctional, normal family. And when we do talk, I try to negotiate with them. Sometimes it's successful, sometimes it's not.
Is it exhausting, Maggie? It sounds exhausting.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. I have friends who go, oh, man, I'm neurotypical, and I just have my own voice speaking to me in my head, and it drives me crazy. And when I've got 30 or 40 that are constantly telling me their perspective on my life, it's chaotic and can drive me crazy at times.
And could you take drugs to fix this? Is there a drug thing?
No, drugs are not a part of this, and that's probably one of the biggest misconceptions around this, is that, and why it's misdiagnosed, is someone will come in and say they hear voices, so they're automatically diagnosed as schizophrenic, bipolar, something like that, and they think drugs are going to fix it. You can't do any drugs that are going to change this, because this is not a biological issue. This is a trauma issue, and the only way to resolve it and to bring peace to the system in any sort of fashion is therapy and talking.
So how old were you when you pieced all this together?
I actually went away. When I was 3, my family was immigrating from England to America, and I got hit, and I went away. So our whole childhood, I was not around. I didn't really come back until in my late 20s. And my primary alter, Annie, she knew straight away that she was an alter and that she had to start wrestling with things and start creating girls to deal with some of the abuse that happened once we moved to the States. She had to wrestle with all that. At a point, she left home. She started forgetting about the abuse. And it was that when everything started to calm down a little bit and the girls felt safer that we're actually able to see a therapist who helped us start walking through understanding what it meant to be multiple.
Wow. It's great that you've managed to pick this apart, though, that you've actually, and this gives us a way to move forward with dealing with people with mental health issues.
Well, and that's my whole goal at the end of the day is, some people said you have let people so inside such intimate events in your life. And I'm like, the more I am transparent about who I am, the more you guys are going to go, you know what, you're just somebody like someone else, and let's show you a bit of love and kindness and move on.
Oh, Maggie, amazing.
Very good.
Thank you.
And I guess you'd never be lonely. You'd never get lonely, would you?
No, never. That's a really good insight. Yeah, that's good.
So it's a good thing. Upside. If you want to read Split, head to MaggieWalters.com. Maggie, thank you for joining us.
Yes, Matt, can I just say really quickly that I am doing a Sydney launch at Better Read Than Dead on Thursday night.
Yep.
Please come down and enjoy a talk with me.
Okay.
Oh, it would be amazing. You've been fabulous. Thanks, you, Maggie.
Say hi to the girls
Thanks
for
a
us.
lot. I will. Thank you.
See you, Maggie.
Thank you, Maggie.
Fascinating.